Jelly Roll, who is one of the biggest stars right now in the music industry, recently got into a back and forth on Twitter with a troll who was coming at him just over his name alone. The tweet that kickstarted it all is this right here. I know people can question my music taste, but I'll never listen to a guy named Jelly Roll. I can't do it. And it really didn't take long, even though that this user did not tag Jelly Roll, it still made its way back to Jelly. And he in turn responded shortly after this initial tweet. As you can see here, Jelly writes back, this translates to, I'm on this platform because hate is socially acceptable. Now, following this initial encounter between Jelly and the Twitter user, X user, formerly known as Twitter, this is where things really turned into a back and forth between the two of them online. The user writes back, oh my gosh, bro, I have 200 followers. You had to have searched your own name. I listen to bands with silly names all the time. It's not hate, it was just a jokey tweet. You need to grow up, my friend, and learn to laugh at yourself a little. Jelly fired back and said, don't send for me then. Play victim when I show up. LOL. Typical. Start something, then blame everyone else for the reactions. Now the back and forth of tweets continue. The user then writes, victim? Who's the victim? I said what I said as a joke and you're crying about it. You have a silly name and I tweeted about it. This is weirdo behavior that you're still talking to me. Don't you have, I don't know, things to do? Jelly fired back and writes, weirdo behavior is starting shit with strangers on Twitter, then deflecting, and I had time today. Have a good one. Hopefully the little online hater you are is different from the human you are in person, but who am I kidding? Have a good week. Now, since social media has really become a thing, this is not that uncommon for public figures, artists, entertainers to come into contact with someone online who is saying something that is not necessarily nice about them, and to have them respond is not unusual. And you know, a lot of times the folks who send out these tweets into what could be known as the void get a little surprised when the artist responds back to them. But Jelly Roll is such a passionate person in general. He's very passionate about what he does, his music. He takes it very seriously. So he is going to respond with a little bit of fire in his response when you're coming at him about something that he really truly loves and cares about. Now, shortly after this initial exchange, Jelly Roll then went to his own X page where he shared more. First, Jelly shared, imagine being the kind of human that won't listen to someone's music because of their name. Same kind of people that teach hate, division, and spread negativity. It's all right. I was young, toxic, and didn't care about other people once in life as well. And you know, this tweet speaks truth to Jelly Roll of who he is. You know, back in the day, he has admitted that over time he has changed from his previous character when he was younger. And, you know, he is really one of the most humble human beings in the industry right now. And he takes a lot of time to make sure he's respectful. He's very kind and giving. But however, when you throw shade at him online, don't be surprised if he reacts to you. Now, Jelly Roll even adds, imagine this person now having to call their mom and vent about their day and start by saying, so I was talking shit about this musician, I don't know, and he said something back to me, and then other people started being mean to me. Legit. That's a real thing happening. So back to what we said earlier, don't be surprised if the artist reacts or responds to you online after you're openly and publicly talking trash about them. Jelly Roll's thread continues where he adds, if we know each other personally and you speak about me publicly, I will never respond publicly because if you know me personally, we can talk about it privately. But if you've never met and you talk foul of me, you're a fucking fame-obsessed lame. Period. And now following these tweets, Jelly then adds another, but this time it was an apology, even admitting that it was out of character for him. Jelly Roll wrote, I normally don't let stuff bother me. Sorry that was out of character. Only human, y'all. Sometimes I think I need to defend myself, but like Nan always said, you can reason with stupid. I think what he really meant to say there was you can't reason with stupid, but he has one final post that he gives and he decides to change his mind and he adds never mind to the previous comment. He says, nah, never mind. I got time today. Tired of being bullied and watching people play the victim because I reply, LOL. You can't throw rocks, then hide your hand living in a glass house. You know, throughout Jelly Roll's time as an artist and really hitting the spotlight, we have seen on numerous occasions where people have tried to throw hate, negativity, or shade towards him, which Bunny, his wife, has even replied back to a lot of folks defending him as well. Jelly Roll clearly making a statement here saying he's going to defend himself. I'm not sure really why Jelly gets all of this hate, because if you do any research on Jelly Roll and watch anything that he's ever done where he's publicly spoken about his past and how he sees himself today and really his faith, I don't understand why the negativity and hatred out of nowhere seems to just kind of spawn in his corner. Because again, Jelly Roll, he's a great guy. But again, don't be surprised, guys, if you get online and you say something about an artist that is unkind or hateful and they respond back. They're human too. They're going to respond. We just really don't need this negativity in music. I'm not sure why, if you're a music fan, you would even want to bring that negativity out here. And let's face it, there's tons of stuff out in this world that we don't like, and it just really is up to your taste, right? But you just kind of ignore it and move on. You don't sit around and you bash things or, try to bring others down just because it's something you don't like. So guys, I'm going to end on this note. Music is a community, right? That's what it's supposed to be. But we need to be coming together as a community and not bringing others down in this space, because music is supposed to unify people and not tear them apart, which I'm not really sure what the motive for all of this was out of nowhere, but it was just, in my opinion, uncalled for. But on to the positive. How about the mega tour that was just announced with several dates? We're talking from August all the way down into October, doing some of the biggest arenas with Warren Ziders and Alexandra Kay. The shows are going to be lights out. So if you want some positivity, go see Jelly Roll. That'll make you positive. He is so good in concert, and I highly recommend it if you have not seen him yet. As always, guys, thank you all for tuning in, and please subscribe down below for the latest news and updates here at CountryCast.